should have changed this before I went live. It'll be all right. That's getting there. We already have people waiting. What is up, everybody? I know Southern Tier TikTok. I keep forgetting that I've got to orientate. I can't do sideways live stream. Stupid YouTube. Oh, all right, man. It has been a day. I tell you what. Welcome everybody. We'll give it a few minutes because I know it has been really weird, the way that it has gone on notifications and everything. Plus, yeah, you're first Southern. Uh, it's been really weird. I mean, there's people that I've been following for 2, 3 years that I know their routine, that, they go live every Tuesday, they go live, whatever day. And all of a sudden it'll be like 8:30 and I get a notification, like my phone will ding and go, hey, Bob's live. And I'm like, oh no, I'm like half hour late to the live stream. So, oh, who do we got? So we already said hi to Southern Tier, Prepper, which we just ended maybe 45 minutes ago, our interview. So I'm really excited to be posting that. You guys are going to love that interview. Leonard Mountain Homestead, you made it. Excellent. I'm so happy. Which, if you guys want to go watch, Leonard Mountain Homestead did their first live tonight on Facebook, and it was really, really fun to watch their first live. So I'm so excited for you. I hope you guys get a lot of subscribers and everything, because I love to watch those new people. And who else do we got? We got Vicky. Happy Thanksgiving, Vicky. So happy you can make it. Good to see you. I know this one's going to probably be maybe a short one. I don't know. We might go the whole hour. We'll see on who can do it. I know there's a lot of people. My moderator actually is traveling, so I don't even think my moderator is going to be in the chat tonight. So we'll see who all pops in. Speaking of interviews, and it was great to chat with you. I was so happy to watch all your stuff and see the puppies. Those are really adorable puppies. Now that we can kind of talk. The interview I did with JK Survival Bushcraft with Justin, we did that one the other day, and we will be premiering that one on this channel on Sunday. We will both be in the chat at 8 p.m. Eastern. So he is a wealth of knowledge. He is just full of experience, real life experience. He's been to a lot of different classes and festivals and different other things. And he's even been asked to teach at a lot of these places, and not pushing anything, but he has a lot of he's got his own Etsy store. He has a lot of survival products, and a lot of it he makes himself. And so, if you're just starting out, or if you're looking for something prepping related for yourself or for others, with Christmas coming up, I encourage you to go check it out, because you're not buying from a really big box store. You're not, buying something cheap from China. You're buying from a local to me. You're buying from another, bushcrafter. You're buying from a prepper and all that. So you're supporting small business while getting a really great product, because I wouldn't be going, hey, go check him out. I have a lot of those products, and I have tested them for failure, and they don't fail. At least I haven't had them to do it. As I just mentioned, I did the interview with Southern Tier Prepper, which was so fun and so exciting. I cannot wait for that one to come out. Southern, since you're in here, I was going to send you a message. Is Friday night at 7 p.m. good for you? Let me know. And then if you guys haven't seen, which I know a lot of you have, but for the people that's just joining or new, check out the other interviews. I did one with Pinball Preparedness. I kicked it off with him. The one with Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee. She was a blast to interview. And then, of course, Local Prepper. And who doesn't love Local Prepper? I mean, he was absolutely fun to sit there and pick his brain and talk to him. And so keep on the lookout. I'm in talks with a few others. One I let slip that I was trying to keep a surprise, which is Old School Survival Boot Camp. So I will be talking to them hopefully next week, and then a couple more I'm going to keep secret for now. Um, as soon as I get some dates and get some everything, we'll. Oh, look at that, Lincoln! Lincoln, you made it! So good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I like this. All the regulars just popping in. And of course, we've got Leonard Mountain Homestead. They're new, so we've got some new. We've got some familiar. I don't know if it's mine. I think my internet might be slow tonight. I don't know. We'll see how everything goes. How is everybody though? Is everybody prepared? I know it's a prepping show. Are you prepared for Thanksgiving? It's one of those ones where I every year I feel like I am, you know, pretty prepared, and then it's like the holidays roll around, and I'm like, um, am I really actually prepared? Let's see. So yeah, it looks like I'm semi caught up. Dun, dun, dun. Your your husband loves to watch prepper stuff. Well, shout out to your husband. Welcome. Been busy, but love to cook. Oh yeah, who doesn't love to cook? Cooking's always fun. Da, 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 da. Nope. Nope to what? Nope that you can't do it tomorrow or Friday. You can't. Can you do it Friday? And which I want to remind you guys, Pinball kicked it off, but Local Prepper and Nicole, that was your guys' idea. You guys, when I asked who I should, who you'd like me to sit down and talk with, those were your ideas. And I reached out and they warmed and welcomed me in and we sat down. So if you guys have any suggestions of who you want to sit down and talk and do some interviews and stuff, then you're not ready for Turkey Day. Uh, I can do Friday. Okay, so Friday at 7 p.m. I will release it so that way you guys can watch, and I'll do it as a premiere. And both Southern Tier Prepper and I will be in the chat, so you can stop in, say hi to both of us. We'll be providing commentary and different things through the whole video. If you have questions for either of us, we'll both be live in the chat for the full hour of the interview. So if you can, I know it's a busy holiday weekend and all that, Friday night at 7 p.m. that will air, and I hope that you guys can do it. But yeah, if you guys have any more people, I love sitting down and talking and networking and everything. I hope you'll be there. Yeah, if you guys know of anybody, who's your favorite people you follow, who would be a great one to sit down and talk and just have a good old time. And I'm actually in talks with some people. If I can get this to work, and this will be a late project for probably next year, with this being a prepping channel, I'm actually thinking about doing a 4 kind of panel to where it'll be me as the prepper, and then we're going to have a bushcraft, and then a homesteader, and then maybe like the 4th panel will just be kind of like a rotating, and we'll just kind of have this whole big 4-panel discussion. I wanted to do that so when you guys ask a question, you can see it from a homesteader's point of view versus a prepper versus, a bushcraft versus survivalist. And, I don't know if it's cool because it's cool for me or if it actually be cool for an audience. So Hudson Valley survival and preparedness. Look at me. I got my pen. I'm writing that down. So Hudson Valley survival and preparedness. Okay, I got that one down. Who else? Does anybody have anybody else? Preparedness. I can't spell. Oh, and I'm blaming you, Southern Tier. I've had way too much caffeine tonight, so. Mary's Nest. I don't even think I've heard of that one. I'll have to go check that one out. That sounds actually kind of fun. Sounds good. Good idea. Give it a try. If it doesn't work, then at least I tried. Yeah. The only thing is whenever you do interviews, so I sit down with any of these people, and it's one of those ones. It's such an honor to sit down with like Pinball. I mean, Pinball's been around forever, huge, following and everything, well established. Nicole's just amazing. I mean, Nicole was the OG for Self Reliance Festival. So, I mean, her networking, local prepper, I mean, I've seen him around. And then when you guys mention him, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check him out. That dude's phenomenal, you know? And so it's awesome to be able to network and get around and see these guys and just them taking the time out and talking so that way I can bring it to you and everybody can kind of share and see everything. Plus I try and interact so that way, you know, every time I'm gonna do, you know, an interview, drop me some questions. What do you want me to say? And it's been a blast to do those. So yeah, I reach out to a lot of these. Keep in mind, I reach out if they don't respond or they don't have the time or whatever. I'm trying my best because I have had a lot of no's. So, and this is Q&A. So if you are new here, go ahead and ask any questions that you would like. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves as always, and basically anything goes. Basic rules: don't be a jerk. I don't tolerate being a jerk. You know, don't name call and all that. I welcome adult conversation. So you guys can disagree. That's fine. That's how things get worked out. Everybody's opinions is different. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Just don't be a jerk about it. That's basically it. Mary's Nest is awesome and one of my favorites. Okay, I'm going to go check that out. And this is what I love about networking is it might be the actual, you know, like an amazing channel, but if somebody doesn't introduce it to me, I'll never know. And until it gets introduced to me, I can't share it with everybody else. So, and that's what I said with if Leonard Mountain is still in here, go check them out because there's so many channels and platforms that I don't know if they started out in the, you know, I want fame and money and whatever, or if they just grew too big and the ego got a hold of them or whatever it is. But either they started out in the wrong way or they've grown into the wrong, you know, everything. I love to watch the new people and watch that raw emotion, and you can see the passion in their eyes. They're doing this because they're not trying to be a name for themselves. They're it's almost awkward in front of the camera. They don't know what to do and what to say. And even me, you know, who wants to stare at me all day? And I loved watching their live the very first time. It was absolutely fun. But you love her. Uh, Hope I get her book for Christmas. She's got a book. Reality Survival. Never heard of that one either. I love this. All right, that got down. Survival Living. Okay, I'll write that one down. Perfect. I love all this. People are kind of coming and going. Let me make one quick announcement before I forget. And I'm going to have to do this over some videos and stuff so everybody gets to hear this because I said, I said, I have reached out actually to Patera. Um, I love her to death. She has some of the most amazing recipes and everything else. She is a very busy, very, very busy woman. Um, I think she just gets inundated and overrun with requests and emails and everything. She probably either just doesn't have time for it at the moment. And I know she was really busy with all the birth and different things going on. Or, you know, it just went to her spam or whatever. I will continue to reach out to her because it would be a great pleasure to be able to do that. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourself. Okay, so I was going to do the Christmas giveaway, which, where is it? It's right here. I was going to do the Christmas stocking giveaway. And the way I was going to do it was to do the live. I just found out about 5 minutes before I came on that the random comment picker will not do live. You have to do a video. So I will make this announcement a few times. I will do a very short 1 to 2 minute video before the live on November 29th. So that's next week. I'll do a very short one. It'll be entitled Christmas giveaway entry or something like that. And that will have to be the one that is going to, is how you get into it. So, rules. will be that video. You must like that video, you must be a subscriber, and then you must say what you want for Christmas, including the word Christmas. And then I'll give that 1 week to cycle. And then the following week on December 6th, I will do the comment picker live on Workshop Wednesday. We'll give it 5 minutes or whatever for everybody to join in, maybe 10 minutes. I will do it live. You must be present to say, I'm here, I win. Okay. So hopefully I'll get that out there and hopefully everybody will be able to do it. Pinball does giveaways on lives a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where I got the idea from, because I don't want this going to somebody that just is scrolling one night and goes, giveaway, click, oh, look, I won. I want it to go to, somebody. That's where I got the idea. Well, he does his, Susan, he does his on a video. He doesn't do his on the live. Like, he picks it during the live, but the random comment generator app or website, the link has to be of a video. It can't be of a short. It can't be of a live stream. It has to be from a video. And that's what he always does, is he does a video, and then you have to comment in that video, not the live stream. I just found out you cannot do live streams. And I think it's because it's two different chats. Because you get a chat during the live, and then once the live ends, if you watch the replay, it's a whole different chat. So, yeah. Yeah. And I love Pinball. Pinball is a great dude. I think just about, if there's a few people, it seems like if you're anywhere in the prepping community, you may not follow them more than you follow somebody else, but you know who they are. And Pinball is definitely one of those that just, you either know of him or you've watched, you watch him. And that's why I don't compete with him out of respect. I don't do Tuesdays and I don't do Saturdays. Those are his days. Hats off to Pinball. So I'm trying to run down through my notes, which if I haven't said, anything to anybody, which I don't know if I said hi to Susan. So hello, Susan. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining. Again, live Q&A. If you got a question, throw it out there. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, because I love to sit here and just read your guys' comments to each other. I will hopefully, I'll reach out to all these people. I've got a nice 4 or 5 day weekend, so I'm going to be watching some of these as well, doing some other projects and some other things. So I love finding these new channels. I love to do the small stuff. I like to watch the people that are just starting out and watch them progress. And they're full of passion. They want to do the right thing, and it's just an amazing thing to watch their journey as they progress forward through skills, and you get to watch just the rawness of it. And instead of watching some of these people that they have this really big production and all this other stuff, like, yeah, it's good, and they do put out good content, and you get some other stuff, but for me, the quality is from that just absolute raw passion. And that's what I look for. And I love supporting small business. I love the mom and pop aspect of everything. Again, you're getting that really good quality instead of, the high budget of things. It's like they're trying to buy your view, and the people, that just, they're doing it from their cell phone. They're doing it out of passion and actually doing it for what I feel is that right reason. They have something to share. They have a message to get across, and those are the ones I really gravitate to and what really attract me to do it. Oh, who else do we got? Great interview with Pinball. Thank you, Susan. It was so fun, and I was so excited. I tell you what, some of these people, you watch them over and over and over and over, and it's almost like, I don't know. I don't watch too much. Pick some big Hollywood actor. It's almost like you go, hey, I've got a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers. Will you sit down and talk with me? And Mr. I don't know, famous guy actually goes, yeah, sure, that'd be fun. I mean, for me, it was As a very nervous time when I hit the little button and boom, there's pinball, and I'm one on one with him. So it was definitely a very big honor for me to be able to do that, and I'm always so grateful for him. And that's why, out of respect, I do not step on any of his lives, his days. There you go. That's why we do Wednesdays, because I don't think anybody does Wednesdays. So we stick to Wednesdays. So if you guys are just joining, say hello so that way I can definitely see you're here. We'll give some shout outs and all that. I see a lot of you guys are all the familiar and the people that come back, which being Thanksgiving, thank you. Okay. Otherwise, I'm sitting here in front of the, um, you know, rectangle of plastic Chinese death that, spies on me and everything else. And without you, then it's not even worth anything, which I will share. I got maybe, um, oh, we got another one. Long haired country boy. Yes, yes, we got new ones. My husband went subscribe to your channel. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to you. So I did a couple of days ago. I put out my video on char cloth and how to make char cloth, walk through the steps and everything. And I had some of the most amazing feedback. People came to me and they was like, I didn't even know what char cloth was, or I didn't realize how simple that was to make. And I had people send me emails going, I kind of know what it is, but nobody ever took the time to really explain it that way, or I didn't realize it was that easy to make. And they really thanked me. They went out of their way to say thank you. And I'm sitting here like fighting back tears, going, this is the whole reason I do this. You don't have to be rich. I can show you, if you just give me that chance, I can show you cheap, easy, sometimes free ways to prepare and get things and learn the skill. I don't want to sit here and say, hey, you run out and buy this $500 knife. I want to go, hey, for fire, if you don't know how to do this, take this, do this to it. Now you learned a skill. Now you have, something to use, and then you can practice and get better and then show others. It's just absolutely do it. How did you get into prepping and how long have you been prepping? So I have been, I mean, I grew up very, very rural. I've actually joked a lot of times, and I don't know how it goes in the rest of the world, but in here, it's very common to have a street address with 4 numbers, and then when you get really rural, it's 5 numbers. And I always joked with people growing up that you're not country if you have a 4-digit address. So uh, I've always grown up outside with animals, with food, with crops, just being outside in nature. And then, kind of with a lot of people, it was a really ugly divorce. Um, I've said this a few times. I basically went to work, came home, and whatever she physically could not pick up is the only things that she left. So she took socks, underwear, I mean, everything. I mean, I think I had my um, washer, dryer, refrigerator because she couldn't physically take it. And I vowed to myself, starting over, I would never be in that position again. I would have food, I would have security, and it just made it to where I was unprepared for that situation, and it grew from there. I wanted to be prepared for any situation that I always had something. So hopefully that answers. Nice to have all the new people joining tonight. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Which everybody needs to go check out Lincoln Quilts for Kids out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln has a very amazing story and does exactly what the name says, make quilts for kids. So I am always giving them a shout out because anytime you do something nice for kids, you deserve a shout out. Dun, dun, dun. I'm sorry you went through that. It's okay. It was a learning experience. And actually, don't be sorry because while I always had that knack for self survival, self reliance, and things like that, I put myself into that situation. And for whatever you want it to be, if you're religious, then it was a thing from God. If you're not religious, it was the stars aligning, however you want to put it. Something put me in that situation to put me here in front of you today. So I'm thankful for that happened. Things, in my eyes, in my opinion, happen for a reason. And if that wouldn't have happened, then I would have been like most of other people. I would have maybe had 2 weeks worth of food, and I would have been out for myself. I probably wouldn't be out trying to do everything I can to help others, because I don't want you to end up in that situation. So, it's awesome. On your bracket, is there any fancy gadgets on it? Oh, bracelet. Sorry, I said bracket. No, I need to get back into doing my paracord 101s. I do actually down here on the Christmas giveaway tactical stocking. Where is the one? Did I put it inside of it? I probably did. Oh man, the one time I want to pull out and show. Is it on right on top? It's not. Man, it's probably buried in there. I'm gonna dig in here. I've got a few minutes. On my personal one that I made, it is just the metal American flag with the special clasp, because I do not like the cheap. Oh, there it is. It's right on top. I don't like the plastic ones. On these, I hate these, by the way, which I don't make these. I don't know if anybody does. You just buy them because they're cheap, and you know, yeah, nobody makes them. You could make these, but by the time that you buy these, it's better off just to buy them anyway. But this one here, this is a striker, and this is a ferro rod. So this actually is a fire starter. Here is a whistle in this one, and that is the saddest excuse for a compass ever. So don't depend your life on that. But that gives you paracord. Everybody knows paracord. You should have paracord on you at all times, and it doesn't matter if you put it in. Because I've had people ask me, they're like, "Well, how do I carry paracord? I just don't want a whole bunch of paracord in my pocket." Switch out your shoelaces. Like literally, there's ways to do it. I know people that wrap it around like a belt, just to do it. They'll start at one, they'll go this way, and then they'll wrap it and go this way, so that way it's not in the front of their pants, so they can go to the bathroom and things like that. But there is ways to carry paracord. Wrap it around your purse. Take off the thing, because this right here, once you braid this is stronger than anything. So if you watch the people that they have their purse, somebody comes up and they rip it, because those purse straps are usually pretty delicate. A lot of times they will snap. You will not pull this apart ever. That's why I make like gun slings, dog leashes, things like that. Once you learn how to do this weave, you can make anything you want. And I need to get back into that so I can continue to show you guys how to do this, because paracord's amazing. Dun, dun, dun. Can you do a video on how to make the bracelet? If you go back, and actually I think there's a playlist that says Paracord 101. There's only a handful of them. I do show one, how to do a keychain, how to do a thicker keychain, and then I show how to do the bracelet. But I'll do another one. And actually, I was actually considering, it's funny you say that. Let me put this back in here so I don't lose it. Otherwise, whoever wins that's going to be missing a bracelet. I was actually going to do a live stream, and I thought about doing it tonight, to where when I popped on, I was just going to be making a bracelet. So, and I've got them everywhere. They're on a ton of keychains. I think just about every keychain I have has paracord on it. And it's one of them things too, where I was out one time and I was in my work boots and I needed cordage, and I was like looking down at my boots like, man, if I use this, then I will not have enough to tie my boot. And you know how boots are, you have to have them tied. And so while I have not switched out to paracord, this is now my boot laces. You see how long that is? Because then I can cut it, up to here and still tie my boots. And look at all the cordage I have that's extra. So You live and you learn. Once you get that one time to where you need something and you don't have it, you go, how do I solve this problem? So prepping is all about adaptability and creativity. You get a problem, you have to learn how to overcome and adapt and how to be creative to not only solve it in that moment, but how to solve it so you don't put yourself in that position in the future. So they have different paracord too. Yes, there is multiple different paracord for the craft stuff. It doesn't really matter too much, especially what you're going to make. If you really get into the very artsy and craftsy sword, I'm trying to think of the channel. There is a channel that is dedicated to nothing but paracord stuff, and they do things that amaze me that I don't think is possible. But they will actually take the center strands out to just use the casing, and they'll iron it flat and all that. For them, most of the time, it doesn't matter what paracord you use. If you're doing a survival, you probably want at least a 550 paracord, so that way, if you need to use this, so say you're going to do a let's say like a hammock or something that's going to take a lot of weight, you're going to want at least a 550, so that way it'll take the weight. Just about anything you do, 550 is enough. There's probably, to my knowledge, there's probably 10 to 12 different types of paracord, but 550 is probably the most common and probably and it's still cheap. It's way cheap today than it was 10 years ago. You can literally go on and buy it in bulk. You can buy, I don't know, a 500-foot thing for, I don't know, I think the last time I bought 500 foot, it was like $40, and that included shipping. So great questions, by the way. Yeah, and that reminds me, I need to definitely get back into paracord. It was so fun to do it. It's really fun to learn, especially once you get good at it. Again, I'm not trying to make myself look like the greatest thing there is, but once you get doing it, you literally can set it that first knot and then look up and watch TV and do it. And by commercial break, you're done and you put it down and move on to the next one. You get just that repetition because it's the same braid. Now you can do different braids and stuff, but these all are the same exact braid and just about all of them. So once you learn that basic one, you're off to the races. And I think one of the videos I even show you how to do a multicolor. You can do a 2-color one too. So I know for like Leonard Mountain that you have kids, I mean, the girls can grab whatever their favorite colors. And I don't mean to get like, sexist or into genders, but I mean, you can grab pinks and purples and mix them together. I was trying to see what I have. I think most of that stuff up there is all multi. You know what? No, I've got it. Hang on. Let me see if I can move without knocking everything down. I've got that one and that one and that one. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let me get back into frame. So where that's got the pink, I mean, and you got to realize on how small that is. You can make them as big, as small, as thick, as thin. Once you get it down, so you can make them multicolored, and then you can start adding in the charms in the middle. So if that's anybody knows the umbrella symbol, I think I made that for somebody and they never came and got it. Dun, dun, dun. Chris has done that while making stuff. Good. Yeah, paracord is really, really fun. And it's one of those ones, once you learn how to do it, and especially it's kind of like knitting or what's the other one? Crocheting. You know, you make a scarf or something like that. Once you learn how to make this, I mean, think about this. You get this right here and your belt breaks during SHTF. Well, you can make a belt. You hurt your arm. You can make a sling. You break your backpack strap. Well, there we go. I made a backpack. I mean, once you learn the basics, stuff is absolutely amazing. Like I always tell people, if you can find this anywhere, you go to the flea market, you go to a garage, you go wherever and you find paracord and it's cheap, snap it up. Where do you buy your paracord? That's a great question. Um, I used to buy it from a website until they actually got bought out. Um, they was a what do you want to call it? An overstock place. They were the mom and pop store, and they went and they bought paracord that was uh, they were the odd ones. So like a store would order 50 of the 50 footers, and a couple of them would the packages were broke, or they had to get like 53 or something like that. They would get the overstock and things like that, and they would sell it dirt cheap. I mean, it was like 5 cents a foot or something like that, and I bought a ton off them. And then somebody bought out their business, so I have a ton. I mean, a literal ton of paracord. I haven't bought it in a while, so I tell you what, I will do some research, and as soon as I find a good place, I'll let you know. Oh, I learned a great tip from the char cloth video. Oh, used for those scraps I get from all the quilting. I love it. See, and that right there, that's that creativity. I love it. You get that scrap, from it. You're doing different things. You got it. What do you do with it? You just throw it out, or can you find a use for it? And that is where that comes into play. And I encourage you. It's like I said in that one, which you watched it. Go buy that little candy tin, dump the candy out, put it in there, eat the candy while you wait, and then if you made char cloth, awesome. You got candy, you got the little tin that you can use forever, and now you have char cloth. If you failed, you have candy and you have a tin that you can try it again. So it's a great one. Chris made a dog leash. Awesome. Did he make it one color or did he make it multicolor? Can I knit with paracord? Ooh, I don't. I don't see why not. Um, I've never asked that, and I've never thought about that. This is why I love Q&A. Um, I I don't see why you couldn't. I oh Now you got me wondering. After the live stream, I'm going to go look that up to see if you can. Uh, wow. And see, Leonard Mountain. Remember when I told you because you did your first live stream? You can be as prepared as you want, but you're going to get questions that you're like, I don't know, and that's one of them. Wow, can you knit with paracord? I want to say yes, but I honestly can't tell you yes or no. Chris tells me all the time I need a go bag. Yeah, yeah, go bags are very, very important. I always preach because this is a channel for people that's just getting into preparedness and things like that. The very first one that you want to do is either a go bag or what we call a GHB or an EDC. So that's a get home bag or an everyday carry bag. Probably your everyday carry bags are most important because that's going to be the one that you carry every single day. And then you build from there. I like to have multiple bags. And so I have everything from an EDC to a car bag to a get home bag to a bug out bag to an inch bag, which if you don't know what that means, that's I'm never coming home. So I just like to be prepared because if you have one bag and it has, stuff for 24 hours, but there's a forest fire and it's probably going to burn your house down, are you going to grab that bag for 24 hours or would you rather have a bag already pre-packed with your photo album and, different things like that that you can literally grab in a heartbeat and out the door and you're good. So, was a multicam. Well, that would be really cool. You guys show that on one of your live streams or take a picture and post it because that'd be awesome to see. Susan, it would probably make a great heavy duty rug. Oh, the knitting with paracord. Yeah, but I bet if you knit with paracord, that opens up all new avenues and all of that. That's awesome. If I'm really intrigued, like I want to stop and just go look now. I'll have to try and teach knit a lot. Interesting. How long have you been knitting, Susan? And what things have you have you knitted? Because it kind of looks like you might be like a master of knitting. You could probably knit a fishnet. Yes. Ooh, yeah, you definitely could. And see, this is where that multi skill comes into place. When you learn how to do something and then you just add in little aspects of it, I mean, you take your game to a whole new level. I mean, it's like cooking, it's like everything else. You learn that basic one skill, and then you learn a little something that changes the whole game of it. And so, yeah, I like the way you think. That's really creative. This is why I love doing live streams. Everybody just talks, everybody gets together. It's just like minded, good hearted people all having fun. Let the world do its thing. It's going to do its thing, whether we want it to or not. And you know, you have the decision. You can either go out there and join the chaos and the confusion, or for 1 hour a week, you can come here and hang out with everybody and just have a good time. So I agree. I agree. Great idea. Southern Tier is full of great ideas because I just sat down with her for a whole entire hour and picked her brain about the amazing part of of how she does her prepping. So I'm excited for you guys to watch it, and I'm excited to watch it with you because it's going to be a really fun interview to watch. And see, I was sitting here going, man, I don't know if I should do a live stream right before Thanksgiving. And I mean, we're in double digits, so that's really fun. And we've gone for 40 minutes. So we'll just do the full hour. We'll just hang out. And if you gotta go, I no hard feelings. I mean, I know everybody's got a life. I know the turkey's got to go in, you know, the pies got to get done. Cool. So but I really appreciate it. You know, it's Thanksgiving, giving thanks. I have a video coming out. It's already pre-recorded. Um, it's probably going to come out about noonish or so, and it's really short. I think it's only like 4 or 5 minutes, but it is giving thanks. So I mean, it's thankful for me to be able to sit here. It's thankful for you guys to actually want to listen. And I talked about this with Southern Tier. I would rather have 10 of you guys want to be here and want to learn and want to bounce around and interact and just have good people than to have 50,000 people jump in, say hi, and jump out. So I would rather have the quality of you guys over being famous and all the other stuff. Plus, it's really intimate. I can really sit down, I can talk to you guys. It's really fun to be able to sit here and really do all this on that kind of personal thing. You've been knitting since you were a child, everything from socks, hats, sweaters, shawls, fingerless gloves. Do you sell? Do you have like an Etsy store or anything? Biggest drinking day of the year, and we're all here. All right, cheers. I'll do that one. Oh, looking forward to the interview. I am too. I am absolutely. What's your most useful single item in your go bag? Mm. Ooh. Oh, that's a hard question. Wow, you're really making me think. A lot of my stuff for my EDC and different things like that stay on me because I believe that certain items don't leave you unless it's an absolute. So, like, my knife stays on me. I don't care where I'm at. My knife stays on me. Now, if I've got a relative in the hospital, I understand like a hospital is not going to let you carry a knife, or you go into a courthouse or something like that. Um, Otherwise, I would say my knife. My knife goes with me everywhere. In my go bag, ooh, I mean, I have a backup knife in there. Um, Man, that's a really tough question. I'm going to go with knife. My knife goes with me everywhere. It is a tool that once you utilize it in the correct way to where you know its strengths and its weaknesses and how to utilize it to its fullest extent, a knife is your best friend. I'm late and now I'm here. Welcome, David. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us. Barely, not at all. Southern Tier knife, knife for the win. What kind of knife do you recommend? The one that you are most comfortable with and you can afford. I just did a knife, two knife videos. I bought the cheapest knife I could find, which was less than $2 for the knife and shipping. Okay, and I was going to do a review on it where I wanted to show you that something is better than nothing, but sometimes there's an exception to that rule. And I was like, you know what? Let me check this out. I took it outside to the concrete and I put it above my head and I went like that and dropped it. And this thing almost shattered. Like it failed in every way in the most spectacular fashion it possibly could. Um, I would, I'm not going to do a brand like I did the one from Ned Foss. That was a beautiful, beautiful knife, and it was like $30. It's like $29.99 on their website. But I like multi duals, and I like multi-function knives. So ones with like a glass breaker and different things like that. Um, but it's all about your preference. So it needs to fit in your hand. It needs to be strong. You need to test it. You know, I've gotten a few knives from Walmart and eBay that were like $10 that I've had for like 2 years, and they're still fine. Like I've got a knife back here that I think I spent $250 on, and I've got a $10 knife, and they last. I mean, they cut. That's the whole purpose of a knife is it cuts. So yeah, whichever one fits in your hand, does the job, is reliable, and you can afford. That's the knife that I recommend. Chris says he agrees with you because you can use a knife and you can make other things. Yes, tooling. If you if you have the skills, and that's where the motto of the channel, prepping is not about having the most. It's about putting yourself in a position to need the least. It is skills. Skills you can most of the time learn for free. Okay. I know starting out, it's overwhelming. It can be expensive and everything else. If you know how, it gives you a better chance. You know, if you've got the idea and the know-how to be able to do something, then you can build or gather or forage what you need to do it, than to have the knowledge of how to do something where I have to have this specific tool. Because if you don't have it, then it's useless and your idea is useless and all that. So I always preach it's better to have the skill set so that way you can build whatever you need. You can gather, you can forage, you can put it together. That's a great point. Don't knit to sell. That'd be making a job. Retired twice. Congratulations. I'm jealous. Teach knitting is a passion. That is awesome. Do you have a YouTube channel where you do it? Because I'd like to learn how to knit. Probably that's especially if I can do it with paracord. Dun, dun, dun. Have I missed the flashlight video? No, you have not. The reason is because there's two flashlights that I was going to put in there. One is my mag light that I broke the bulb, and I'm waiting on the new bulb because I don't want to show you like, hey, this is a great flashlight, but the bulb is broke. And then the other one, I'm actually waiting on the replacement to come in because the one that I have, I've had forever and it's beat up and you can't even tell the brand name and everything. So I'm waiting for the replacement one to come in so it's pretty so I can show you. So no, you have not missed it, but it is coming out. I've made part of it. I'm waiting for the rest of it. Dun, dun, dun. Love the Gerber. Yes, Gerber makes very good knives. Absolutely. It's one of those ones to where it's anything. It doesn't matter if it's a knife, if it's a firearm, if it's a dehydrator, whatever it is. Whatever you can afford that is reliable, that you're comfortable with, and that you can use successfully. And, you know, because there's too many people that will go out here and get a mountain of debt and buy this really big name brand one, and then they figure out they don't like it, or they don't know how to use it, or they don't like using it, and then you've wasted time and money, and then now you're bummed out about it, and you don't want to do prepping no more. Stay within your means, work your way up. You know, you'll find it out. It's like here, with Susan with knitting, she picks up, somebody gave her some knitting needles. I'm sorry, I don't know knitting terms, so I hope I'm getting this right, Susan. Somebody gives her knitting needles and the thing of yarn, and she picks it up and she starts and she gets a passion out of it. Then yeah, she can move up. It's great. It's fun. I like this. And it's the same thing with prepping. Start here and work your way up, and sometimes you'll find it. I've been doing this for a long time, and going back to the knives, I have, I love knives. I collect blades. Um, I've got stuff back here that's hundreds of dollars. But some of my favorite blades, I think I did one of a knife sharpening. It was by Calhoun, and they're from right here in Columbus, Ohio. And they made it out of an F-150 leaf spring. So, it's not like it's the biggest, fanciest, whatever blade. It's very durable, it's very rugged, and it's never failed me, and that's why it's one of my favorites. So, Manny says thank you. I don't know what I did or said, but you are welcome. Thank you for joining us. Chris is all about his knives too and guns. Yes, I did. And I know Leonard, Leonard Mountain. I should probably do that. I know you're new to the channel. If you go back and you look, I do what's called Pew Pew reviews because I know YouTube doesn't do firearms very well, but I have 2 videos of ladies edition. You might enjoy those. I teach in-person classes. There are a lot of. All right, I'm writing it down, Susan. I'm gonna give me a few weeks and watch. I will be knitting. I'm gonna learn how to knit because I want to figure it out. I'm seriously going to, after I end the live stream, I'm going to be jumping on somewhere and I'm going to go, can you knit with paracord? Which I'm sure you can. And I did that demonstration and I threw my pen. So I hope I can remember that. Oh, any more questions? Or because we only have like 8 minutes wet? Yeah. He's going to be knitting with paracord. Yes. Well, I like it because if you got me thinking too, I can do like molly webbing and things on my backpack. So I could literally take like a kid's backpack and make it tactical myself. Like you have my wheels up here turning going, wait a second. So can't wait to see the knitted paracord. Yeah. If I get good at it, I'll make a video because with this being the new one, I am not the master of absolutely anything at all. And I will tell you, this I'm pretty good at. There's 100,000 people out there that's probably way better at it than me, but I feel I'm pretty good. And so I feel I'm at a teaching point. If I don't know, then you guys are going to join me on my journey. I'm going to put the camera down and we're going to go, this is how you do this. And you're going to watch me mess up and you're going to watch me progress. We'll come back in 6 months and you'll be like, wow, you were really horrible at knitting back then. Which for Leonard Mountain, wait about 6 months and go back and watch your first video. It's extremely entertaining to do. Be interesting for sure. I have kids, grandkids, and great grandkids outside of Dayton. Yeah, Dayton's not very far from me. Yeah. I travel. Yeah, Dayton's not that far. I mean, I try and stay out of the major cities. So I try and stay out of Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, all that. So Google says yes. That's awesome. All right. Then there we go. If you learn to knit yourself wool socks, you'll never wear store-bought socks again. That makes sense. And I'm really, really hard on socks. So you're winning me over more and more. Plus, I can make them whatever I want. Yeah. All right. You guys heard it here first. Breaking news live. Rural Report is going to learn how to knit. So that's too fun. I didn't think I was going to take up knitting tonight, but apparently I am. That's good stuff. Oh man. I don't even know what to do with any of that anymore. Wow. This is what I'm thankful for. It almost feels like we're all sitting at the table and we're just round tabling it. Oh, that is awesome. From prepping to knitting. Well, learning a new skill is prepping, and you can use that new skill when it goes into prepping. So, because you got to think about it, once the balloon goes up, you're not going to go to the store. You're not going to be able to buy socks and gloves and scarves and hats and things like that. So, the ability to not only take the raw material of wool or whatever you're going to use to be able to turn it into yarn or thread or whatever, and then the ability to take that material that you've made and to turn it into something that you can utilize and wear. I mean, that's an amazing skill, you know. And I put that into one of my. It hasn't come out yet. Never mind. Scratch that. You're gonna see it. I've got a video coming up about how to do a mag, and I think it comes out. I think it comes out Friday or Saturday. Oh, it's scrolling too fast. My grandma taught me to knit as a kid. You're not remembering it. Funny thing is, I have access to wool, and I have a spinning wheel. You have a spinning wheel? Oh, I'd love the spinning wheel. That would be awesome. Suburban Preppers in the house. What is up, Suburban Prepper? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us. Made it for a great live stream. Thank you. He's not into knitting. Tactical gear repair. Tactical gear repair. All right, Chris. I might steal that. You might see that on the t-shirt soon. I like that. That's the way I think about my sewing and quilting. It'll be valuable for sure. It's a great bartering item too. It puts you way above. There's a lot of these forgotten about skills and talents that grandparents knew. You know, think about like cobbling and you know like shoe repair and things like that. You're not going to be able to go find new boots, and so to have somebody that has the ability to stitch up a good boot or to make socks or something like that, that is an invaluable skill to be able to trade and barter with. Yeah, absolutely. You spin too? You guys are awesome. But, wish you were closer and teach me again. Texas is in the house. What is up, Texas Raider? Thank you for joining. And happy Turkey Day, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for you all to be here. And for you guys just joining late, I'm not calling you out or putting anything. Did you guys get the notification? Because in the beginning of this, I was talking about YouTube not sending out notifications. So I was just curious. Because I've talked about this before. If you go in and you watch your metrics, like I will be going like this, where it's like, okay, video, and it's like I talk about a certain name or subject, and it's like drops straight down, and then you just watch it slowly come back. It's like the algorithm hates something. Suburban prepper. Every prepper needs a foot-powered sewing machine. I have one of those stapler style sewing machines because I figured that would be good. But yeah, a foot-powered one for bug-in purposes. I see your point, and I like that. I got the notification. Good, good. Just so on a, I'm not even gonna pronounce that word. Yep, you learned on that type of machine. I don't know sewing and knitting terms. I apologize. That's not my forte. Um, it's one of those ones to where, um, yeah, I probably need to learn. You have that covered. And this is great too because it's that whole oh somebody post that you message. Oh, oh, show it. What in the world? There we go. I cannot believe that Suburban Prepper said I was watching gun porn earlier and it blocked it because it said porn. Oh man. Wow. Wow. Yeah. See, that's the way that goes. It's everything's being censored. We can't sit back and talk, but don't say sorry. It's fine, Suburban. I was trying to hit the button to let it show because I don't care. But apparently YouTube doesn't, whatever. Stupid YouTube. But this is what I was saying before that is I like the networking. So now you have a quilter and you have a person that knits, and the way you guys, if you guys haven't met before this, you guys just met, in the way that you can continue to talk. And I love this networking thing because you don't know who you're going to meet, and it's just like-minded, good time. It's a great thing. I'm not a dirty mouth person. You're dirty. You have dirty fingers because you typed it. You get Amish machines, and the grid goes down. Doesn't matter because they're used to the no power. Yeah, absolutely. We will teach you. My wife crochets. See, okay, we're like past our hour, but really quick. What is the difference between knitting and crocheting and whatever the other ones are? And I apologize. I'm not trying to like come off condescending or making fun. I literally am ignorant and I don't know. I've never really been introduced to it. I'm just curious. Which while somebody's Googling that or typing the answer, real quick, the tactical Christmas stocking giveaway will be in 1 week on November 29th, right before the live. I will do a like 1 to 2 minute video entitled Christmas Stocking Entry. You have to be a subscriber, you have to like the video, and in the video, you have to say what you want for Christmas, including the word Christmas. And I'll give 7 days. And then on December 6th, during the live, I will hold up my other phone and I will do it in front of you so you see it is live, and we will pick a winner, and you must be present on November 6th to claim it. Otherwise, we'll go to the next person and next person until somebody does win. So, material and style of knots. Crochets. Sorry, everyone. I'm a needle and thread guy. Yeah, that's me. Although I'm not the best at it. I can sew and it will stay, but it sometimes is not pretty. Sewing and quilting involves fabric and thread. The other two use yarn. Okay, that makes sense. Knitting is two needle-like tools. Crocheting is one needle with a hook. Both use yarn. Okay. Okay, yeah. So knitting uses sticks. Yeah. Knitting uses two needles. Crochet uses a hook. Okay. So it's the tooling. It's kind of the basically it's what knot you're doing or what weave, and it's what tools you're using. Interesting. You learned how to sew in the army? Oh, okay, okay. So to suture wounds, I was a medic. Cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. See? There we go. All right, we are way past our hour. I here I thought we were going to get like 10 minutes or something. There's going to be like two people that joined up, and yeah, I mean, normally we have what, like 25 or so in here. I mean, we're pretty good. So awesome, awesome. Sewing is a skill. It absolutely is a skill. It is a skill. Yes, I do. There's actually, and I don't know why anybody wants my logo on anything. I really don't. Somebody begged me and begged me, and I was like, you know what? Whatever, I'll do it. So, yes, there is this one and another one. The link If you go to my page, it's on every single video. And I made them as cheap as I can. I think this one before tax and shipping is like $8 or something like that, because I'm not trying to get rich. And even my hoodie that's on there, which I have mine coming, I want to say it's like $22 or 21. That's whatever it is. I try to make everything cheap to where I'm making like basically 50 cents or $1 per item. I don't know why anybody would want it. I kind of made it for myself, so that way when I'm making videos, I can like rep my gear. But I've actually got like 3 orders. So if you've bought my stuff, thank you. But yeah, I'm no means pushing my stuff to anybody. So learned a lot of stuff in SER school, the Air Force. I did the Army, JFK, Fort Bragg. Thank you guys for your service. Chris likes your logo. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, all. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you so much. Which, um, oh, where'd it go? Leonard Mountain. If you want, you can message me, and if you want something that's like logoed for yourself, I can help you make a logo. I like to do that. So Lincoln's going to bed. Good night. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to bed too. It was a long day, and I've got a long day tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody for stopping in. You guys are absolutely amazing. There's a lot more videos coming out. I think I've got at least 4 or 5 days, plus the live streams that's going to be coming out, the premieres where I'll be joining in, the interviews. There's a lot of content coming out. So there we go. Yes, lives are every single Wednesday at, well, it depends on where you live. For me, it's 9 p.m. because I'm in Ohio, so it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but yeah, every Wednesday, same time, same place. That's where we always are. So I appreciate you guys for every single thing that you guys do. I love doing this, and I will continue to do this. But keep coming back for more, because that's the only reason I'm here, is just for you guys. And hopefully one of you guys, I'm really hoping that one of you guys wins this tactical Christmas stocking, which hopefully I've got a few more surprises coming that I'm going to stick in there that you won't know about until you win it and get it. So with that, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. God bless each and every one of you. I hope that you guys have an amazing night and an amazing Thanksgiving tomorrow. And with that, please remember, as always, remember to remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.